There is one face of Islam that all Americans are aware of. It's the only face that many Americans are aware of, and we are privileged to have with us tonight Imam Muaz Redzik of the Bosnian Cultural Center of Grand Rapids, who is going to share with us a little bit about the many faces of Islam. Thanks for being with us.
Good evening, everybody. Hope you can hear me now. Okay, great. Well, it is my pleasure indeed to be here with you tonight. And in the following 20 minutes or so, I will try to explain certain issues that are, I would say, hot issues, not to basically, these topics that we're going to talk about tonight are going to give us just a little window of understanding of Islam, because for the broader understanding of Islam, one, just like anything else, one needs to really, I would say, spend much more time and effort. But nevertheless, I think it's a great chance to understand some of it, although my allergy is not that helpful tonight, but I will try to give my best. There must be some kind of Islamophobia in the Poland around, so I'm sorry about that. Anyway, world Muslim population. 1 in 4 people worldwide are Muslim. I think about 3 years ago, the number of Muslims in the world surpassed the number of Catholics in the world. That was the number 1 denomination in the world. So I think if the numbers have not changed recently, that seems to be, if you separate Catholics from Orthodox from all other different Christian nations, Muslims are on number 1 right now in the world. Okay, Arabs are 10 to 15% of that population. This is one of the myths one of the truths that dispels the myth, the myth that the Muslims are Arabs or at least neither is true. U.S. Muslim population, so this is worldwide. Now the U.S., 2% of Americans are Muslim. This is also an area in which certain people... Okay, good. Some people say there is 2 million, Muslims in the United States. Some people say there is even up to 9 or 10 million Muslims. But I think these figures right here are probably closest to the right ones. 53% found it more difficult to be a Muslim after 9/11 attacks. Some figures to give us understanding. Muslim communities are active in rooting out extremism. A few polls here. A Duke University study found 40% of foiled domestic terror plots had been thwarted with the help of Muslims. A Pew Research Center study found that 76% of Muslims are concerned with extremism. Okay. 19% said discrimination is, 15% said being viewed as a terrorist. 13% said public's ignorance of Islam, and 12% said stereotyping. I think we're missing a title here. Okay. Sorry about that. Yes, when asked to name the most important problem facing Muslims. So you can see what the concerns of Muslims are, and quite naturally, these really are out to be the concerns because of all the media hype, of everything that happens when you first turn on the TV. There is probably not a single day in which at least one time there will be some bad news about something that is associated with either Islam or Muslims. So that affects us, and these are the results of that media. Pillars of Islam. After this brief introduction of the Muslims in the United States and what their main concerns are and how they feel about being a Muslim in the United States, I'll try to really briefly explain what is it that every Muslim believes. What is it that every Muslim does or should do, or what is it that Islam as a religion teaches? Number one, declaration of faith. What is the declaration of faith in Islam? It is two foundational beliefs: that there is only one God, and the number two is that Muhammad is the messenger of God. These two declarations are made up into one declaration in Arabic. Says, La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah. This is what makes a person a Muslim: to believe in one God and to believe that Muhammad is the messenger of God, the last messenger of God. Number two, prayer, 5 times a day. These times are set throughout the day, starting from before the sunrise to late at night. Some couple of hours after the sunset is the last prayer of the day. Number three, fasting during the month of Ramadan. By the way, this year, month of Ramadan is going to be mostly in August, because the Muslim calendar is a lunar calendar. It goes by the moon, so every year the calendar moves 10 days. It's 10 days shorter. And the 9th month of the Muslim calendar is called Ramadan. In this month, Muslims are obliged to fast, abstain completely for any type of food or drink between the dawn, which is before the sunrise, and the sunset. Giving the alms or charity. This is the portion of wealth is assigned to the poor and the needy people. There is actually 8 categories in the Quran in one verse that are strictly the only ones that this money, this help can go to. And they are mainly the needy, the poor, the homeless, the people who are in a social situation where they need help. And the amount of wealth is at 2.5% of one's annual savings is given out as zakat money to be distributed to the needy people. Number 5, performing the Hajj. Every Muslim is obliged to perform a Hajj, which is the pilgrimage to and around Mecca in Arabia, once in a lifetime, at least once in a lifetime. This trip nowadays takes about 3 weeks. It consists of I'm sure most of you, if not all of you, have seen at least some of the scenes on TV. CNN did a nice documentary a few years back about Hajj. It's really a lifetime experience where nowadays I think over 3 million people are gathered in the city of Mecca from all over the world, including, of course, the Muslim population in the United States, that all races, all backgrounds, all colors, everything is there. It's a beautiful picture where everyone is equal. The point of Hajj really is the message of equality between the people, that are all equal before God. So this is, I think, the most important message that one learns when going to Hajj, to perform Hajj. So this is really what Islam teaches that every Muslim should do. The more that one practices these, the better one is spiritually, the better off.